Hoisted high into the skies of Paris, this gilded cross is a milestone of sorts for the Notre Cathedral. With minute precision, it was fitted into place on the site's rebuilt spire. Destroyed in a massive fire on April 15, 2019, it is a significant step in returning Paris's skyline to as it was before the blaze.
The main point of this video is trying to identify and to recognize the falling away first that we read about in 2 Thessalonians 2. Placing this cross on the 6th of December was interesting to me because on that same day in 2017 that Donald Trump proclaimed Jerusalem the capital of Israel, and that was a big deal.
We'll move the American embassy to the eternal capital of the Jewish people, Jerusalem. Therefore, I have determined that it is time to officially recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Today, I am delivering. I've judged this course of action to be in the best interests of the United States of America and the pursuit of peace between Israel and the Palestinians.
So that was 6 years to the day that they set this cross on the Notre Dame spire. Why that's important is because 2017 was the 500-year anniversary of the Reformation. Martin Luther, the Catholic Church, that whole thing, which was humongous in getting the true gospel out. 500 years. Well, the phoenix, the immortal mythical bird, is destroyed by fire and reborn every 500 years. So we're in that time frame where I believe we're witnessing the falling away. For this is like the super apostasy. I mean, look at what we have going on right now. Both the Church of England and the Vatican, Roman Catholic Church, within the same couple of days have declared that it's appropriate to give blessings to same-sex marriages. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. This 500, this phoenix symbolism is off the charts, as you will see in detail in a second.
Designed by the 19th century architect Eugène Viollet-le-Duc, the spire's oak structure, at its full height of 96 meters, is still covered in scaffolding, for its roofing still needs to be installed.
It's the beginning of life. It's coming back to life. It's the symbol of a rebirth. It's the beginning of life. It's coming back to life. It's the symbol of a rebirth.
She just described to a T the symbolism of the phoenix bird, and you will see how that plays into this here very soon.
Hundreds of workers are nonetheless plowing ahead, with the goal that the cathedral look done from the outside by the Olympics. They then plan to open the site to its 12 million yearly visitors in exactly 1 year's time, by December 2024. The absolute final touches, though, of this medieval monument are expected by 2030.
There was no blessing for the placement of the cross, but you make sure you got Dagon priest there to bless the phoenix, because that's what it is. A whole bunch of fanfare was given to this rooster, quote, being placed above the cross. Now think about this. When I think of a rooster as a believer, I think of Peter's denial, which in turn causes me to think of the love and mercy of God. You see what I'm saying? But they gave this so-called rooster so much of a fanfare. Look at this blessing that this Dagon priest is giving to this phoenix. And you're going to see that the actual artist and designer of this sculpture tells you that it is in fact a phoenix. And again, 500 years ago, you had the Reformation. Now I have the rooster crowing. How do you like that? And here we are. them hoisting the phoenix above the cross, putting the gospel of Jesus beneath their ideology, their new world ecumenicalism, right? This is exactly what this symbolizes. Does it mark the falling away first? I can't really tell you. But I believe that we should be able to identify this falling away first, just by the mere fact of the way that it's placed in Scripture. It is obviously something that we should be able to perceive and understand. And I believe that time is upon us.
It's a phoenix, said Philippe Villeneuve, the chief architect of historical sites who designed the flame-shaped rooster.
The rooster now means it's the very end of the rebuilding of the spire. It stands 96 meters tall.
I made a handful of sketches over several days. It had been in my mind for a while, but I didn't quite know, so I kept sketching, and it was always the same thing. At first, the tail was pointing down, but that's it. I don't know. It's fire. I saw twirling flames. It's a phoenix. You know, there's nothing more to it.
It's a phoenix. That's all there is to it, as the Dagon priest blesses it 500 years after the Reformation. Just think about this. That's all I'm saying.
After the devastating 2019 fire, the spire has been reconstructed in identical fashion, despite initial debate about whether to give it a modern twist. Notre Dame is set to reopen for religious services and to the public on December 8, 2024.
Et pour la première fois, nous venons non pas à l'anniversaire d'un incendie, mais au pré-anniversaire d'une rouverture. Et en effet, ce 8 décembre est un moment très important parce qu'il marque
Now, the main reason I'm even sharing all this with you is because it's been accumulating in front of my eyes for the last 3-4 weeks, at least since December 6th when they erected the cross on the spire. Okay, so I'm not filling you in on a whole lot of things in between here. So, what I'm showing you here is the accumulation of what I would call evidence that's pointing in my assessment to this time of the falling away first, and then that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So, God bless each and every one of you. Peace and grace to you. Many fish.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God,